Welcome to Quick Rip. Big B here with ya. Hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. Hey, we had bare knuckle action back. BKFC was back. And you know what? History was made on Saturday, March 2nd, as the BKFC Squared Circle landed in Canada for the very first time. So a historic night. Great night of fights. We had a total of 10 fights on the card. Now, it was a BKFC Prospect Series in Edmonton, just outside Edmonton, I guess. But incredible fights. 10 bouts, 10 finishes, and just some intense action. So we got a lot to get through here. I am going to go through each and every one of those fights and just kind of quickly recap them. And as usual, I'm going to start with the main event because we had Masson-Wong taking on Gabrielle Roman. So the main event here at BKFC Edmonton was a women's flyweight scrap. Quick work here for the Canadian, Masson-Wong. Incredible power on display. 2 quick knockdowns, and that was the fight. It was over. Incredibly quick and incredibly violent on behalf of Jade. I feel bad for Gabrielle Roman to a degree. You know, I am a fan. Of course, I was cheering for Masson-Wong being Canadian and all. But I do feel a little bad for Gabrielle Roman because she went out there, took this fight, another fight that's not even in her weight class, and she just was on the wrong end of a fucking wrecking ball here tonight. Incredible display by Jade Masson-Wong, and she clearly wants a shot at that belt. They were talking about her taking on possibly the winner of Christine Ferea, and she's booked to fight Heather Hardy, so that should be interesting. Hopefully Jade gets that shot, and who knows, maybe we can have a Canadian champion on our hands. The co-main at BKFC Edmonton, we saw Sonny Smith take on Jeremiah Riggs. This was a welterweight scrap, and this was absolutely craziness in the co-main. Riggs got cut bad basically immediately as the fight started, then seemed to go into like survival mode. It lands an incredible fucking right hand that just crumbles Smith. First round knockout for Jeremiah Riggs. It's good to see him back. In the featured bout, we had heavyweights go toe-to-toe as Stan Cermak took on Ruben Roundstone. This was kind of, I found, a little bit of a slower pace fight. Cermak basically picked Roundstone apart here, and I'm not even talking about outstruck. It was just the damage done seemingly with every shot from Cermak to Roundstone's face was just incredibly visible. Third round knockout for Stan Cermak in the end. A nasty jab lands right to Ruben's eyeball, and that was it. I mean, can't blame him. That's gonna fucking crumble just about any man out there. BKFC Edmonton, we also saw a welterweight scrap. Drew Stuve versus Jay Kelly. This was shaping up to be a great fucking scrap here. That was until it kind of turned into a shit show. Stuve threw Kelly, then Kelly couldn't continue. Seemed like some kind of ankle injury or knee injury, something to do with his leg for sure. Couldn't continue. Then after some back and forth between the referee and saying that he was going to disqualify Drew, and then he came back and ruled that the injury happened due to a punch or due to Jay Kelly throwing a punch, something along those lines. Like I say, after some back and forth, Stuve was awarded the victory. a TKO. They called it a doctor stoppage, but I mean, I don't know. It was, like I say, it just turned into a shit show. We also saw a lightweight scrap between Chad Lucanis and Trey Santos. And let me tell you something. What a goddamn debut for Chad Lucanis. Combinations were the name of the game, and he gets the first round KO thanks to some fantastic body work. The fifth fight of the night featured Jake Craig, hometown boy, versus Sam Polk. This was at cruiserweight, so getting up there in size. 205, I believe they weighed in at. This one was a little bit crazy as well. I mean, Sam Polk absolutely has dynamite in his hands. Every time he landed, Craig dropped. It was incredible to watch. It was almost surreal. It was just fucking incredible. It was the best way I can describe it. It was disgustingly beautiful. Sam Polk with the first round KO here, and he truly made a statement tonight. The fourth bout at BKFC Edmonton was a lightweight scrap, and we saw Hassan Alaganim. Sorry if I butcher that name. He was taking on Dalton Steiber, and let me tell you, folks, there was bad blood going into this one. It showed at the weigh-ins. There was some pushing, some shoving, some words said. Hassan was absolutely fired up. Big shots were landed on both sides here until Hassan put Steibel into the nether realm. He was absolutely out cold in the second round. This was absolutely amazing, and Hassan Alganim is another name, if I could say it right, that you should take note of, because another one that made a huge statement here tonight, and I have no doubt that he earned himself a contract. We saw another heavyweight scrap at BKFC Edmonton as Tyler Tremblay took on DJ Tice. And let me tell you something, Tremblay just absolutely overwhelmed Tice the entire time. Now, DJ Tice showed huge fucking heart. But honestly, I think he was just fighting in the wrong weight class here. I think he should shed a few pounds and possibly drop down to the light heavyweight, and I think he would do much better. In the end, though, second round TKO for Tyler Tremblay, and it was another incredible performance by Canadian boy. The second scrap at BKFC Edmonton was in the featherweight division, and we had two Canadians going here. Robert Descharnes, he was taking on Desmond Johnson. Now, Desmond Johnson, I learned, was a Winnipeg boy, which hits me right in the heart here. And let me tell you, folks, holy fuck. Like, you could tell these were two Canadian boys, because this was pretty much a hockey fight, and it lasted just as long as a hockey fight. Descharnes wins an absolute firefight via first round knockout. Broke my heart a bit that the Winnipeg boy didn't get her done here, but he definitely went out there and fucking fought his ass off. And opening up the card and the first BKFC scrap on Canadian soil, we had two Canadian boys once again. Adam DeFreitas, he was taking on Matt Sokolotic. I know I said that wrong, and I apologize. Anyway, this was at 170 pounds, and what an opening scrap. You couldn't really ask for much better here. Great opening scrap on Canadian soil. Matt came from behind here, got the third round knockout, and honestly, props to both men here. I really think both men should deserve at least a shot, another shot at possibly getting a contract here. Because like I say, opening up the card like that, being the first fucking bout on Canadian soil, It was just an amazing scrap. Overall, it was a great night. It was a great night. I wish I could have been there live because that would have made it even better. But like I say, 10 fights, 10 finishes. You can't ask for more. Everybody that went out there fought their ass off, and that's really what the company wants. So I think we're going to see some contracts here, and it's great to have BKFC up here in Canada. That's all I got for tonight. Thank you for joining me here. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, obviously, if you haven't. And until next time, everybody, take care and peace.
I think the trip that fumbled over the train. I ride and wonder how we had all these things. I remember the time.